I'm Joel Chasnoff, co-host of this new book, Essential Tennis, with Ian Westerman of Essential Tennis, and I am guest hosting Tennis Spin today. Tennis Spin, where we put our spin on your tennis. And so often in these interviews, they go on for a long time, big, in-depth answers. Today, we're going to get right to the point with your host, usually of Tennis Spin, Harry, and my co-author on this book, Ian Westerman of Essential Tennis. Now, the rules of this lightning round of question, guys, I ask the question, you answer immediately. No thoughts, no thinking, which, Harry, shouldn't be hard for you. But I want you to give the answer as quickly as you can. First of all, singles or doubles?
Singles.
Why?
Don't trust the partner.
Good answer.
Lack of trust.
I believe it when he says that.
Lack of trust, and you're hosting a show with guests. That is sort of discerning to hear. Ian, singles or doubles?
Doubles.
You played doubles in college, right?
Yeah, I did. Yeah, I'm better at the net than I am at the baseline. So I feel more I don't feel as useless playing doubles.
Ian, this next one's for you. Sun or shade?
Sun.
Why?
Definitely sun. It feels fantastic. I'm from Wisconsin. Like if I have the choice between sun or shade, I will be in the sun and my shirt will be off.
He's never seen the sun, but if he ever does, he would choose it. How about Harry? How about you? Sun or shade?
50-degree weather, shade, cold.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
I was born in San Francisco, man. It's freaking foggy there. It's 50 degrees in the summer. Do I see sun? 2 weeks out of the year.
No wonder you don't trust anyone, Harry.
It's freaking hot.
It's all coming together now. All right. This one's a little bit stranger. Harry, the strangest thing in your tennis bag.
That's a good
that
one.
you can say on a YouTube channel that kids might watch.
That's a good one.
Now it changed the answer, didn't it?
That's a good one. I carry a lot of toys in there. Let's just go with Tiger Balm, okay?
Tiger Balm, that's a classic.
Tiger Balm.
What is that even for?
It's kind of like an Asian person Ben Gay. Let's just
Old
keep
man
it
cream.
at that.
Ben Gay for Asians. You learn something new every day on Tennis Spin.
And no tigers were
Harmed
in
the making of this Ben Gay for Asians.
Right.
Were any Asians harmed in the making of... Anyway, Ian,
It's
strangest thing in your tennis bag.
It's not in my bag anymore, but the first thing that came to mind immediately was a horseshoe. I used to have a literal horseshoe in my... I'm not superstitious, but it used to be my grandpa's garage, and I don't know how I came to procure it, but I did, and I was like, it seems like it should be good luck. I put it in my tennis bag.
Just so you know, in a previous interview, Ian mentioned he wears women's shoes. He
do.
also carries the shoes of a horse. He does not have men's shoes.
I have peculiar
So,
shoe. Yeah, that's what I'm into. Don't judge.
Ian, the longest or shortest match you have ever played?
Shortest, I was a junior. I signed up for a junior tournament. Played the number 1 seed, who was like 2 feet taller than me. Was like nationally ranked, and I was very unranked. And it was 0-0, extremely fast.
Wow.
Crying in the car for sure. That was my fastest match ever.
How old were you?
Probably 14. Yeah, maybe, 13 or 14.
Did you learn anything from such a quick defeat?
Absolutely not. No, definitely not. That definitely stung a little bit.
Yeah, so if you're tuning in looking for feel-good stories with lessons, that's a different channel. Harry, longest, shortest match you've ever played?
Shortest match, like Ian over here. 0-0.
Painful.
No answers. Literally no answers. Every serve I hit came back as a winner. Every serve he hit never made it back. So 30 minutes, if that. I think I'm being generous with myself.
Was it junior also?
Juniors, yeah.
Oh, man.
Like I was 16 and I'm like, yeah, this guy's a pro. There's no way. I literally just, I took 2 steps forward just to see, maybe I could just catch one, right? And it just, like, I didn't even touch it. Right, so I stood by the fence, like maybe I can touch one. I was like, nah, it's all right.
It's nice that your goals
Thank
changed.
you.
Yeah. It went from winning to just touching the ball.
Exactly.
Right?
Yeah. No. Exactly. I would have been happy just touching the ball. I didn't care if it made it back.
Well, that actually segues to our next question. What is the strangest opponent or doubles partner that you have ever played with or against?
it was an old dude. He was kind of short and a little pudgy guy.
You're sort of describing yourself. You realize that.
Doubles. Sorry. Yeah, I'm a little pudgy. Got to. Yes. So he was my partner, right? I'm like, man, am I supposed to protect this dude or can he hold his own? You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, I would have to guess maybe he's 90 years old, but he's probably 60. I mean, I wasn't sure. I was literally running around wherever the ball was. So I felt like I was running around him. I felt like I was mad. It was Madden and he was highlighted and I was just trying to protect him the whole freaking match. So they basically hit it to me when I'm trying to protect him. So I'm like literally covering the whole freaking court.
It was honorable of you to, make yourself the guardian of this gentleman who was incapable. Ian, strangest, weirdest opponent or partner?
Comes to mind right away. It was a college singles match, and this person, I don't want to. It's hard to describe without sounding really judgmental, but psychologically, he was just unhinged. A lot of young, we've all played against that opponent who's kind of hard on themselves. But this was to a completely different level, to the point where at one point, after a changeover, he literally went to his new side of the court, sat down, cross-legged, put his head down, and started to cry. And his girlfriend came out and consoled him for like 5 minutes while I stood there and just like did this and looked around like what do I do right now?
Wow. And I assume your strategy was just to allow him to keep on doing this.
Yeah. Yeah, well, I definitely won the match. I don't remember any other particulars besides that, but it was a weird one.
Harry.
Carry a box of Kleenex.
Yeah, you never know.
Yeah.
You never know what that might be.
Strangest thing you keep in your bag, Kleenex for your opponent who breaks down crying.
That's right.
Harry, the most embarrassing thing that has happened to you on a tennis court, during practice, during a match?
Let's see.
I have a quick answer.
I do too, but I don't know if I want to.
No. This isn't NBC, Harry. This is the internet.
Let's put it this way. I think people call it streaks in the underwear, or what did I call it?
Wow.
Skid marks.
Skid marks.
Skid marks.
Thank you.
Wait, are you talking about your shorts or your underwear?
Underwear. Good thing I didn't get to my
now,
shorts.
How did people see the underwear?
It was embarrassing.
It was embarrassing to me.
But now it's embarrassing to everyone else as well.
Well,
that was a completely private moment.
Let's put it this way.
I respect Harry a lot more.
I was running around the court like this for a little while.
Wow.
Mine is kind of related, actually.
Yeah,
but there were no nature didn't call at any point. But I was teaching at a prestigious country club where everything's very proper and follow protocol.
And everyone wears white.
And everyone wears white. Yeah,
Ooh.
yeah. I'm thinking. I'm feeling for you. And we just finished like a ladies like foreigner pro kind of drill session, like warm up, and went over to the bench to get ready for the first drill. And I pulled down my warm up pants, and I was not wearing shorts.
Ooh.
Yeah. To this day, I always check, even if there's nobody around. I always check for. Oh, yeah, got the shorts on, just in case I'm not wearing shorts.
He did get 3 phone numbers, however, after that coaching.
Did you get $1?
That would have been helpful. It's a positive.
If you could change one rule in tennis, Harry, to make the game more exciting, what would it be?
That's a great question. I want to speed up the game. I feel like ads slow it down.
The commercials?
Well, that too. Actually, that will speed up the freaking game, right? No ad scoring.
Oh, ads.
No ad scoring.
Did you actually not know what he meant?
Well, if he had said ad scoring, I would know exactly what it. But ads,
make it more exciting. Don't have to go deuce, advantage,
deuce.
Right? That's just
so win by one. Whoever wins the next point.
Right. Totally. No ad scoring. Speed up the game.
Ian.
I'm gonna take a pat. I'm kind of a traditionalist. There's nothing. I like the game. I like the game the way it is. Now I understand in terms of the health of the sport and keeping it relevant and all that. But I always kind of cringe a little bit when people talk about it and stuff gets changed. So I'm gonna take a pass. Is that allowed?
That is allowed.
I will answer for him.
All right.
I got
Give another one.
Yeah. Get rid of the lines, people. They're
I
blind half the time. They're wearing freaking glasses.
Didn't
I'm
he,
sorry, lines people.
I could get on board with that. Just make it all machine, like computerized, immediate.
I think
like,
at the U.S. Open
Right.
recently
Yeah,
they had
I
all
can
Yeah,
get
yeah,
on
yeah.
board with
No,
right.
the last two. Totally. I mean, I have nothing against lines people, but I mean, when you're wearing thick glasses and calling lines out there from like 20 feet away and calling out when you probably didn't see it, I got a problem with that.
Yeah, this from the man who has skid marks in his shorts. But just it's perspective for everyone.
You can still make line calls with
Yeah,
skip marks.
you can also make line
Exactly.
calls.
The
So
pressure will be on. Pressure.
Lots of pressure.
I'm going to put out a word here: cheating. Have you ever cheated on a call while playing a match? Ian,
Oh wow.
go ahead.
I mean, it's happened. Now, are we saying consciously? Like,
Yeah,
I
yeah.
maliciously
You
made a bad call.
Stole a point.
I've definitely made calls that I regretted a few seconds later, but I stuck with it just out of like pride or like ego. Like I didn't want to like let my opponent know that I was unsure about what I was doing. Mm-hmm. So I can think back over high school and college for sure.
Did you try to give it back by losing the next point, or is it just done? And
Probably subconsciously. Yeah, I think we've all kind of done that. Where it's like you don't feel real good about like the call before, and so the next one you kind of give them one to kind of balance it out. I don't know if I did that or not. Like, you're being very generous right now. You should roast me just as much as Harry, I think. I definitely like it's for sure it happened, and definitely not like overtly maliciously, but I've made bad calls in hindsight. Like it's definitely happened.
So I'm not going to be as polite about it as Ian here.
I respect that.
I was a cheater. Okay.
Wow.
The man who trusts no one cannot be trusted.
I was a cheater as a junior from the start. I admit it. Okay? I admit it. But I learned.
How many set are we talking here?
As many as I could get. You know that old phrase, if it hits the line, it's out.
When in doubt, call it out.
That's it.
When in doubt,
call it out. And I was in doubt a lot. That's what in doubt.
How did he hit that shot?
Exactly.
I doubt that's humanly possible.
That's not in.
Yeah.
There's no way. And he can't see
man.
it anyways on my side. You know. But to be fair to me, I actually learned from my mistakes. And after like my junior days when I turned, 18, 19, I'm on the other extreme now. I'm playing anything close. I'm playing out balls, most of the time now. So, I mean, it's not worth it to win if you got to cheat.
Was there an experience you had where you like it kind of the light bulb went off and you're like, you know what, maybe it's not worth it.
No, light bulb went off. I was like, man, if I have to win this badly, why win? You know what I'm saying? I'm just out here to have fun anyway. So let's just get the ball back and, just keep going. Sometimes it's just more fun to just hold a rally together now. So I'm on the other end now. I'm like I'm the guy who'll hit the out ball and just keep playing now.
Good for you.
So
all right, last question.
That was beautiful.
This is our final question, and this might be a little sensitive to you, Harry, as someone who works with rackets, whose livelihood is rackets. Over the years, how many rackets on court have you broken?
On purpose, or
yes, on purpose, because
purpose.
you were angry and
over the years, or
over the years.
Ooh. My answer is two. Like it was I don't want to necessarily say deliberate, but like full on. Like I'm gonna break this racket now, but like I used to be a bouncer. Like I'm a recovering bounceaholic, and so when you're a bouncer, the first one's like a little tap, and then the second one you add like 5%, 10%, and it just kind of snowballs from there. Wow. And there was one time in college at D2 Nationals that after a match I'd bounced it a couple times. That was probably my most deliberate, and I kind of kept bouncing it after the match was done. I was really frustrated after a match. And I kept bouncing it until it broke. And then the other one, embarrassingly, was at my last employment at a country club. I'm
not wearing underwear.
I was playing in with 3 members, 3 like 4-5, like 5-0 kind of level players.
So you're supposed to be the stud, the guy.
I'm the coach. Yeah, right. I'm like on salary there, and got like frustrated enough on a clay court that I bounced it hard enough that it snapped. I was pretty embarrassed about that one. That was my last break.
Harry?
Over 30 rackets.
Wow! I'm impressed.
With a caveat, though. With a caveat. 20 of those were not my fault. Okay? There was a company that used to make tennis rackets called Yamaha. Okay?
They make pianos.
Yes. And motorcycles and other deals. Okay? They made those rackets paper thin. Right? If I were to bounce one, it would crack. If I threw it up,
like first bounce.
Yeah. If I threw it up in the air and let it fall and bounce 20 times, it would crack.
Their pianos are like that too.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I should
Oh, I'm gonna throw a piano up and it never breaks. It's fine. Like if it happened to touch the top of the net, it would break.
That leaves 10. That leaves 10 rackets that you.
You're paying attention.
Yeah. So tell me about those 10. What was going on? Just anger?
Just just like how you see pro players, they go wham and it doesn't really break. Wham, wham, wham. Right? So 4 hits before you break one. Yamaha, 1 hit. Done.
I think that was their advertising slogan.
Yeah, 1 hit.
Yeah.
1 hit, you'll break us.
Yeah.
That's all it takes with Yamaha.
Exactly.
What's your most recent break?
I haven't broken a clash yet. I broke one of my 4-4s about 4 years ago.
Okay.
But those again are paper thin.
Yeah.
It kind of ran into the
Don't know how to make them these days.
the net post.
It's their fault.
That's a satisfying sound, by the way.
Exactly. So, you know what? The ironic thing was, it didn't break clean through. I was able to actually restring it 6 times and continue to play with it.
That
You
is an
didn't try
amazing
very hard then.
stringer.
Right?
Yeah.
No, it broke, and it caved in, but it still held.
Harry, Ian, thank you for playing this lightning round on
you.
Tennis Spin. I'm Joel Chasnoff, co-writer of this book, Essential Tennis, with Ian, filling in the guest host, Tennis Spin
Hopefully
today.
they'll still buy it.
Thank you. Well, now that they know all about us, it could be in doubt. But I think they'll appreciate the honesty. We'll see you again next time on Tennis Spin. Thanks for joining. So what is this thing?
I don't know. It says satisfying pop, though. It's kind of interesting. Harry, are you ready?
I'll be right there.
We really wanted to go hit before we had to leave town.
Ian, I don't mean to be rude.
Give me a second.
We gotta get...
Well, Harry said, I actually wanted to go hit.
Harry!
I'm coming.
Can you hurry it up? I don't mean to be rude, but we have an Uber coming.
Okay, it's a little tight. I'll be right there.
We're gonna miss our flight. It's not worth it for...
Harry, come on. Kind of last chance, man. We gotta go.
All right. Almost there.
Harry, it's been great working with you. We gotta take off. Good luck, man.
Thanks, Harry.
Whoa.
Good luck.
Guys, I'm ready. Guys, I'm ready. Guys, I'm stuck. Ian, Joel, anybody? Guys, I'm stuck. Leonard, are you here?